the magic carpet. As you lay on your bed, snuggled up, warm and safe, you might like to imagine that you're lying on a beautiful magic carpet. The carpet is beautifully patterned with many, many colours, rich and bright. And at either end, thick white fringes. It's lovely to lie on this magic carpet. It seems to wrap itself around you, keeping you safe and warm. You may feel almost as if you're sinking deep into it. You might like to imagine the patterns and shapes flowing and moving like fireworks dancing in the sky. And as you lie safe and warm in your magic carpet, you might like to take 3 nice deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out, and as you breathe out, it's almost as if the magic carpet begins to move slightly underneath you. Breathe in and out. You almost feel as if you're floating a little way above the bed, and you may have something with you, a teddy bear or a favourite blanket. You feel very safe, very warm, as you take your 3rd deep breath in and out, and then feel the carpet lifting up slightly from the bed and floating out through the window into the evening sky. It seems strange to look back on your bedroom window. You can almost imagine that you can still see yourself lying on the bed, fast asleep. As you float up above your house, you can look down on your house. You may see lights in other windows. You can see on the top of the house a beautiful white bird. It seems to be calling your name. It almost feels like an old friend, and it tells you that it's been waiting for you to come and play and go on adventures in the stars. And it flies now and sits next to you on the magic carpet, and it wraps its great soft wing around you, and you float higher and higher towards the stars. The stars almost seem to be close enough for you to reach up and touch. And the moon shines brightly, sending down a lovely beam of light, and your magic carpet lifts you up in the arms of the wind along that silver path towards the moon, and your white bird, your dear friend, stays close, keeping you warm and safe. And as you get closer and closer to the moon, you see that it is in fact a hole in the ceiling of the sky, and that there's some great, beautiful light flowing down through this hole in the sky. And you float right up through it on your magic carpet, floating up, and you can see almost as if it was the most beautiful place on earth. You can see green hills rolling into the distance, and the lake of light through which you floated shimmers below you, and the bird smiles at you, and the magic carpet takes you to this wonderful land. You may find that the trees are a different colour to earth. And as you float over the land, you may see animals which are different. As you float along, you can see rivers and streams below you which may be a different colour. They appear to be made of light, everything shimmering in this beautiful light. You come to what seems to be the edge of the land, and you can see the great oceans of the moon. And you come down to land with a gentle bump on the beach. And you get off your magic carpet, and the white bird flies up a little way, telling you not to be afraid, for it will always love you and keep you safe. No matter what happens, it will always love you and keep you safe. No matter where you go, it will always love you and keep you safe. And you walk along the beach. You may like to take your shoes and socks off and paddle in the water, which is fresh and cool. And as you stand with your toes in the water, little tiny brightly coloured fish come up and tickle your toes and make you laugh. And you can see in the distance an upturned boat, and there seems to be an old sailor sitting on it, mending his nets. And the white bird tells you to go on to the sailor, for he's been waiting for you a long, long time. And as you see him, he waves and beckons you on, and he has lovely twinkly eyes. And he asks you to sit next to him and help him mend the net. And the white bird tells you that this is a good man. And the old sailor tells you the secrets of the ocean and his adventures and the strange and wondrous things he's seen. He puts his hand in his pocket and brings out a wonderful shell which he holds next to your ear, and you can hear the ocean in the shell. And he asks you perhaps if you'd like to go in the boat. He's going out to catch some fish. He turns the boat over, and you hop on board, and the white bird sits on the front. And the old sailor pushes the boat out and jumps in. And out you go, onto the water. You can watch the colour of the water change below you, and you can see shoals of fish underneath shimmering in the light. And the old man says, "We only take what we need to live." And he asks the fish if he might harvest what he needs, and throws his net overboard. And you watch and wait. And the old man says, "Why have you brought that old sack of stuff with you? It seems to be heavy from the way you're walking." And you say you've forgotten you'd even got it. "What's in it?" he asks. And you're not quite sure. But it's uncomfortable and smelly and dirty, and you feel that you don't want it anymore. And you tell him you don't want it anymore. And he says, "Let's go and get rid of it then. But before we go out to the deepest part of the water, let me draw in my nets." And as he draws in his net, only one fish is in the net. And it is so beautiful. He takes the fish gently from the net and says to the fish, "You're so beautiful, I cannot bear to take you." And he gives the fish to you, and you throw it back into the ocean. And you continue your journey with him out to the deepest part of the ocean, that part quite close to the shore, but very, very deep. And he says, "Now we're here. Stand carefully in the boat so you don't overbalance. That's it. Legs apart, and take it off now and throw it in." And you find it quite hard to get off, and so heavy you can almost not get it overboard, and you can feel the boat rocking as you're struggling. And he smiles and encourages you, and finally you throw it overboard with a great splash and watch as it sinks deeper and deeper and finally disappears. Oh, how good that feels. And the old man laughs at you. "You look much better," he says, "happier. And you almost feel like dancing. And as you dance a little dance, the boat rocks even more. And you both laugh together. And he says, "Here's the dolphin now to lead us back." And the dolphin leaps up out of the water, a lovely smiley face, and drops back in. And swims now in front of the boat, leading you back to the shore. Getting closer to the shore, the dolphin leaps once again in farewell and swims back out to the sea. And the old man jumps out of the boat and pulls the boat back on the shore and helps you off. And you both laugh together again. And he says he'd like to give you something. The shell from his pocket. And you take the shell and listen. You can hear the ocean once again. You can hear his voice and the laughter. And the white bird says it's time to go now. And you go back to your magic carpet, thanking the old man and waving goodbye. As you sit on the magic carpet now, once again with your shell, holding it tight. And you take 3 deep breaths and feel the carpet lifting underneath you. And taking you back over the land, back to that great lake of light. And you float back through that lake of light, down the moonlit path, holding your shell tight with the white bird with its wing round you, keeping you warm and safe. Warm and safe. Warm and safe. You can feel yourself sinking back down into your bed now. This warm and safe bed. As I count from 1 to 10, you'll feel yourself getting sleepier and sleepier. Feeling warmer and safer as you allow yourself to slip into a deep, deep sleep. As I count from 1 to 10, you may let yourself go into a deep, deep sleep. The white bird keeping you warm and safe until you wake up in the morning feeling happy and refreshed. 1, 2, drifting off into a lovely deep sleep. 3 as I count down. 4, feeling warm and safe. 5, deeper and deeper sleep. 6, 7, warm and safe. 8, deep, deep sleep. 9, fast asleep.